Morning. Happy Sunday. It is December 7th, 2025. Can you believe that? Time's a flying. There was some fresh snow out there this morning up in Terrace, British Columbia. Looks like it's chilly, but not too chilly, which is great. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Before we get started, I will say thank you to our patrons. Thank you to our donators. Thank you to those that provide time for helping us build these games. Thank you so much. It is truly appreciated. If you're watching this later on YouTube, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, so thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask them down below. Or with me if you're watching on Twitch. With the coming Christmas season, I don't think I will be streaming probably the last couple weeks of December, nor the first week of January. I'm just thinking in my head. I will have videos in lieu of those streams that I'm going to miss, unfortunately. Most of them will probably be Hell's Highway or something like that, or I do have some other videos that I can probably make of a couple of play-by-email games that I had been going on. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do that. I'm not sure which day will be my last stream. I'm kind of thinking, let me just look at the calendar. I'm kind of thinking I might do the stream on the 21st. So that way we're only missing the 24th, 28th, 31st, and the 4th. Oh, also the 8th. So there'll be 5 streams that I miss. So huge apologies for that. There will be stuff in the meantime. Just for that. If I can squeeze in for a stream, depending on what I'm doing, because I'm going down to see my family, and if you've been following me, you know my father is quite sick, so I'm going to go spend some quality time. Hey, Tide, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to go down and spend some quality time with him and the rest of the family, just to hang out and, do some bonding, which is always important. So yeah, but the timings will be off, and if I do have some spare time, I might just hop in and stream a little bit anyways. We'll see. But anyways, just fair warning, I will be gone for the last 2 weeks of December and the first week of... Hey, Stipe, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Ingrid, also thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. It's really good to see you all. What's new and exciting? So, the updates are out for Middle East and Vietnam. It is 2.10.20 for Vietnam, and that's what we're playing with today. It is 3.10.20 for Middle East. I've been getting a lot of questions if there was new content. There's no new content with this particular update, so sorry about that, but there are significant user interface changes and things like that. I highly recommend updating it, giving it a whirl. Hey, Schlons, thanks for tuning in. Now, obviously, the user interface updates that we're doing they're slow and steady, and they're designed for hopefully getting our games on Steam. The whole point of this is to hopefully get Cold War on Steam. So all these little things that you're seeing are already being introduced into the Cold War engine, so we want to make sure that everyone is, they're functioning as you would expect. Now, there has been feedback on the unit list that's this here, and some people like it, some people don't. So that's just version 1. So maybe it will change in the future. Now, I know Petri wants to do that, so we'll just leave it at that and give it a whirl, see if you like it. I have been working like a slave on the British Order of Battles to show you the kind of detail that you can expect. So I've been, even The irony is that I'm supposed to be building the bore, and I think I've been building everything but the bore. So I found some really good information about the Territorial Army, and then I also found some information about Northern Ireland, Palestine, Malaysia, and I'll be going, as well as the Suez and stuff like that. So as I build, like Palestine, for example, which units were there and when, some of these things get very convoluted. For example, yesterday, what was I doing yesterday? I was doing the regiments. Were they direct? No, they were the brigades. Oh, I don't remember what I was doing. Yeah, here. For example, some of these units. What was the 4th? Was it the 4th? Hang on. Yeah, here's what I was doing. The 4th Tank Regiment was a tank regiment, and then it changes to an armored car regiment. And then they had a 4th squadron while they were in Aden. And then they were off to Malaysia, and so on and so forth. Then they were back to the bore. So I'm going through and trying to make these as historical and detailed as I can. Are they perfect? No, not yet. But they are getting there. I do, in my order of battles, if you want to find some interesting notes, you won't see things like this in the map editor. But if you open up these files just in any text editor, you'll be able to go through and see kind of some additional information that I've found or found interesting that I had wanted to incorporate into these things. So you'll see here that eventually the 4th Royal Tank Regiment turns into some chieftain tanks in 1969. Anyways, so many rabbit holes that I've been going down to try and make these as good as possible. So, as I mentioned, this probably won't be done until the spring because it is a convoluted mess and I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I found quite a few different sites that have been helping me, which is good, but there's still a lot more to go. As you can see here, I still have a whack load of things to do. Is it going to include every little thing? No, it's not. I'm just going to focus, at least for 1.00, on the core units. And then maybe in the future, I'll have more time where I can dedicate to going down to, making sure that every little battalion, wherever it was in the world for the UK at that particular time, is noted. Anyways, it's an interesting project. I'm really enjoying it, but it is significantly confusing in many specs. Can you give me a link to the East Front updates? I still can't log on. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me do that for you. Please hold. Ooh. You have too many tabs open when everything slows down. Let's see. Copy link address. There you go. That's the 2.05 update for the John Tiller Campaign Series games. Let me know if that works, Tide. Alright, so, what are we doing? We are in the last few turns of this particular scenario, and I think we were trying our best to, I don't even know where the heck we are. Here we are. Capture these last little locations. I don't think we have a victory yet. Let's take a look. Check the sit rep, which is also new in the update. We have a major defeat so far. So we have 3 turns to turn that around. I don't know if we're going to get up there. I see that we have 1,000 points there, but that's not enough. So I need to start pushing towards this. But that's going to be costly. You're welcome. How's everyone doing? Is everyone getting ready for the Christmas season? Oh, disrupted. There, I'm just highlighting all the disrupted units so I could see how bad this is. And it is pretty bad. Our main assault here is all disrupted. That's not good. But, those are our engineer units. Those are our recon units, which don't exist. Those are the artillery units. These are anti-aircraft units. That's infantry units. No fixed units, just disrupted. Huh, okay. Let's see. What are we going to do? I'm going to try to assault this. So I'm going to try using a surround assault, which means that I'm attacking from here, here, and here, so like a Y-shaped, and that gives me a couple of bonuses. None of my none of my units have moved or fired, so I do get an additional bonus for that. Let's see if we can make any progress. Oh, everyone got double unknown effects. Whoa, that is interesting. So let's try it again. Ah, disrupted. Fire truck. So I'm doing another surround assault, but from the opposite direction. So from here, here, and here. Let's see how that looks. We did eliminate one. Perfect. Let us throw in some more troops for an assault. We did kill some more stuff, which is good. We're whittling them down. Unfortunately, I don't have enough troops to do another assault, so let's prepare for the next time. Ah, damn it. So, one thing to note is that I should have, which I didn't, fired from somewhere else to draw some fire before I lost. Hey Tim, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well today. Let's see. Mortars, and machine guns. What can they see? Is this trenches? No, that's a bunker. So that's silly to fire at that. How's it going today, Tim? Let's see. Can we get into here? Oh, disrupted. No joy. Ah, crap. Hmm. Oh, I can't get in there. Gosh darn it. Ah, come on. You know you want to die. There we go. Whoa, that wasn't good. Is everyone disrupted? Everyone's disrupted. Damn it. Oh, we did some reductions. Oh, can we get into here? Let's try. Ah, what? Let's do some firing. See if we can get rid of some of this stuff. I'm going to start up that bulge scenario today for you there, Tim. troops are disrupted. That's irritating. Well, I guess that's all I can do, unfortunately. We're going to feel the wrath of the French artillery coming up. I don't know if that's going to work. We want it to work. Save it, end the turn. See how bad this is going to be. Oh, this is going to suck. Damn it. Jeez. So much violence. So much violence. it. I'll be right back. Alright, 18 units have recovered out of 36. That's 50%. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply. 4 artillery units unavailable. 3 units low on ammo. Let's see if anything has survived. Or we can do some more assaulting. By the looks of it, it's not very good. What a mess. Did anyone survive? Oh, these guys did. Oh, they did too. They did too. Let's try. We're still reducing them. Nope. Let's throw in one of them. Aha! Nice. We got one. We got one! Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, progress. This is good progress. Let's draw some fire. Orders. Oh, frick. We lost one of our guys. Okay. Now, we didn't do everyone. Let's just try and get closer. can assault. Let's see what happens. Oh, they started taking losses. Perfect. Okay, you guys get thrown into the mix. You guys get thrown into the mix. Same with you. Same with you. Oh, it's down to 2 units. Okay, that's encouraging. That's not encouraging. Ah, perfect. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome. Damn it. What? It's just the headquarters. Come on. Bloody hell. Oh, that changes things. But I can pop a smoke here. Nice. Okay, let's advance into that smoke. Not that it matters. Oh man, everyone is just not happy. The bright side is that this... Oh, it's already overstacked. Gosh darn it. They're all disrupted. These guys aren't. Oh man. So close. These guys... Let's move them down. Let's occupy that. Nope. Nope. Everyone's disrupted. Frick. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's call in our guns. see what happens. Damn it, it's reduced by 2. "17 out of 26 units have recovered morale. 3 headquarters unable to provide supply. 2 artillery units unavailable. And 2 units low on ammo." Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, that was amazing. Come on, happy hits. That's a good happy hit. Okay. First things first. Let's see if we can smoke this. Yes! Yes! All right. That makes me happy. Let's check the status. See if that brought us up to at least a draw or something. Oh, we got a major victory just like that. Bada boom. You know the main reason why I'm on a roll right now? It's because I don't have any helicopters. Ha! It's sad because it's true. Okay, so that... Let's try and get into here. Denied. Oh, they're disrupted now. Sugar. Hoping we're drawing enough fire here. Not them. No, I don't want to do that. I don't think I can. Okay, let's try a whole bunch of units this time. So this guy can't do it. That's fine. Ah! Killed whatever that was. Holy crap, that was annoying. They're not happy. I'm gonna pop another smoke here. We only have one more turn. Oh, how far can they go? Not very far. Let's disperse these guys. Ah, crap. Maybe there is something in that smoke making you play better. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, that would make a lot of sense. Clearly something is wrong, right? Okay, we're getting lucky. You know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to take these 105s and smoke that. And then we'll focus on these. Just everything is going to go in these two hexes. Out of range. Okay. Hopefully the French artillery doesn't kill us. That was our last artillery phase. We won't be able to do artillery next turn, because it's the last one. Man, every hit has caused a casualty. Ouch. Damn. Double damn. Shit. Ten units out of 23 have recovered morale. We have 3 artillery units unavailable and 2 units low on ammo. Whoa, reducing some mortars. Reducing some more mortars. Eliminating some mortars. Why didn't I do this before? And reduced a gun. Hey, Layden. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Come on, happy hits. So realistically, we're not going to grab that last one because it's there's too many things in it. All right, let's start from the north. See if we can get into here. Did some reductions. Yes. The patches for Middle East and Vietnam have been released. See, that was silly. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this first. Haha, yes, it is Christmas time. So, the idea is that we update our core games, which are Middle East and Vietnam, twice a year. So that was the fall update that was released. Ah, Frank. Everyone's disrupted. Okay, let's try to assault that. Oh, no. Wrong button. Ah, no. Boo. That sucked. Alright, let's get you guys rocking and rolling. Oh, I was going to see if I can assault that, but that's not going to work. Let's double time this guy. Let's see if we can assault that. Oh, I tried. I tried. Nope. No one's gonna do this. He's assaulting. Where? Where are you assaulting? Ouch. Okay, so we're done. Let's just end the turn, see what happens. Ah, crap. Did we maintain? We did maintain our major. Nice. We did well. Good job. Except we lost a lot of troops there. Almost more than the French, but actually not much more than the French. I'm kind of surprised. Perfect. Let's start up number 8. See what this one's about. Campaign. The French in Indochina. Number 8. Huguette Phase 2. The French western sector was under pressure from the 17th of March when Anne-Marie was abandoned. Francois was the next strong point lost when Thai auxiliaries of the whatever deserted April 1st. During the morning of April 3rd, Huguette 7 was abandoned after a major attack. A truce was agreed to for dead and wounded removal. By 2200 hours, Viet Minh artillery opened on Huguette 6. The Viet Minh 165th Regiment and 401st Artillery Battalion were moving into position to attack Huguette 6th. At this point, only 88 legionnaires were left on Huguette 6. A composite intervention company formed from the 1st Legion 13th Demi Brigade was sent to reinforce H6 at 30 minutes past midnight on April 5th. Huguette 6 was being attacked from the west, north, and east. Other French reserve units were thrown in. The Special Air Service Company of the 8th Assault Battalion moved north along the airfield drainage ditch. They were accompanied by tanks Courte and Etlegen. The tank sustained bazooka hits but stayed in the battle. Courte later struck a mine, wounding some crew members. At 3:15, 2nd Company of the 2nd 1st RCP Colonial Paratroopers were committed. They rushed onto the metallic plates of the airfield, attacking the southernmost elements of the Viet Minh force. At 4:20, they engaged in hand-to-hand combat and broke into the peripheral H6 trenches. At 5 a.m., Bruno organized 2 companies of 6th BPC, and at 6 a.m. reached the line where 8th Assault had dug in. The Viet Minh then committed a 4th Battalion, the 14th of the 165th, to their attacks by daylight, but daylight had come, and French artillery began hitting the communists hard. By 8:30, fighter bombers appeared and began striking Viet Minh troops out in the open. At 10:15, the Viets were in retreat. More than 500 lay dead in the breastworks of Huguette 6. Oh, wow. We are side B again. Let's see. Let's see what this is all about. I'm going to assume it's the same battlefield. Side B, enhanced fog of war, everything but variable visibility. All right. Yada yada yada. The mission. We must strike tonight to evict the French imperialists from their strongholds and control the airfields. Uncle Ho stands behind the soldiers on the battlefield. Watch for mines during the attack. Artillery Battalion 401 will provide support. Yada yada yada. It sounds like a bloody fight indeed. So, but man, we just captured all this, although we didn't capture that. How many turns do we have? At least we have 3 more turns this time. Sorry, I'm just looking, trying to figure out what I want to do. Oh, our position has changed, so I have to do everything differently. Ha ha ha, bloody hell. So, I'm going to do everything differently. I'm going to swing everyone. There's positions there, probably. When is daylight? So the last 4 turns are going to be in daylight. I have to keep that in mind. Alright, let's get shot at. Oh, or not. That's slow time. Leave them up there. Move the mortars closer. Take the opportunity to move all the mortars closer so they're more effective. Oh, and I can move the guns closer. I can't move those closer. do you think? Should I pack these things up and move them a little bit closer, or just leave them there? We're only going to get maybe 2 turns, so let's just leave them there. That's not gonna matter, so we won't worry about that. A lot of headquarters. Okay. Totally overstacked. But it is what it is. So I'm not going to move these guys because we knew how bad that was. How bad do we need? 1,000 points this time. Oh, bloody hell. What's here? Rifle platoon. They're A quality. That's pretty good. That means they can fire 3 times. Their assault is pretty crappy, though. It's 54, so that makes sense. Okay. Let's, I'm going to start just pounding this area, because that's where the guns were. Our 120s. They're moving closer, so that's good. We love our 120s, because the 120s are amazing. Let's probe with our bazooka team. Do the 3 level units have better attack percent? Yeah, actually. So, one thing to note is that in the game, there's 3 classes of infantry. There's A class, B class, and C class. A class are considered to be veteran, so they have, usually they can move better, they can load better, they can unload faster. They have a reduced fire cost, so typically they'll be able to fire 3 times. They also have a higher assault, they have a higher defense, and their weapons value, they are better at killing using anti-tank and soft attack values. So your veteran units are actually really, really good. The B class units, they're the typical, trained, good to go, not so much combat experience, but is going to be efficient for what you need. And then the C class units are more kind of like, you could think of them as more conscripts and very green. So they have a reduced basically everything. It takes them longer to load and unload. It takes them longer to move. Their movement isn't as quick. Their attack values, hard targets and soft targets is reduced typically by 1 over the B class units. Those are the main things. Can you level up 1 in the longer? No, you can't. And that's one thing that I've been trying to figure out how to do, but you can't yet. Because that would be amazing if you can do that, but you can't. I haven't figured out a way to do that. The other thing that I would like to be able to do in the scenarios is, and that's one thing that I really miss from like the old Steel Panther days, is each of your units would collect experience points, and maybe that might, give them a bump in morale or something like that. You can't actually physically change the unit once a scenario has started. For a campaign, you can do that. That's no problem. But for the weekend or standard scenarios, you can't change a platoon halfway through the game, unfortunately. Not that I've seen. Once you figure that out, we need a week in Tokyo R&R campaign. Oh, that's funny. I actually made a unit, but I didn't include it in the game. I was going to, which is a Lady of the Night, I guess, for the Vietnam game, but I never included it. I was trying to get it so that it would give you like a morale boost. So it'd have similar effects as a leader, except it'd be like a 1, but the morale would be 10. But anyways, I never included it because I thought that was pretty cheesy. Hilarious, but cheesy. Alright, let's see what happens. Do I have any other bazookas? If you already have a logging system for which units attacked, you could use that towards such a unit. Yeah, exactly. And you can. So in the Lua file, there is a way to see which unit has been attacked, as well as identify which unit is attacking. It's more coding work, but you can keep track of that if you wanted to. And that's kind of one thing that I was thinking about doing, is keeping track of those numbers, and then say if a unit has, if the same unit has like 10 kills or 5 kills or something like that, you might get a little pop-up that says, oh, good job, this unit is doing really well, or something like that. The problem is that there isn't a way of showing that as a beneficial thing with that particular unit, except the notification that says this unit is awarded a medal for whatever reason. But in the game itself, or in the scenario itself, you can't change the values of it for whatever reason. But if there was a way to improve a particular platoon or a company, that would be good. So I figured out a way to do reinforcements, but I just haven't figured out a way to make a B-class unit or a C-class unit into a higher level. That would be amazing if I could figure that out. One thing, eventually, the only problem is that it's going to consume so many identifiers, is that I would like to do A, B, and C class units for also tank units. That would be the problem. So you'd have to have, if I had first battalion of whatever brigade, I would need to have 2 different versions of it if I was going to do a B and an A class, right? Which just bloats the unit, or it bloats the order of battle files, or the org files. And you don't really want that, because then if you're trying to use your find org in here, it's going to be just terrible to hunt down what you want, right? It's already bad enough. So here, for example, we'd have, this might be an A-class battalion, and then you'd have to duplicate Battalion 11 to have a B-class so that you could upgrade to a different platoon. So the other thing that I'm wondering is that if it's possible to do it all in Lua, is like, okay, this particular platoon has done so well, it's going to get a bonus. So after X kills, it gets a bonus. I don't think I can have it so that this particular platoon normally attacks on an 8, but now it's going to attack on a 9 using Lua. That I don't know if it's possible. That would be curious, though. Actually, I'm going to write that down, because I don't know if that's possible. Where's Petri when you need him, eh? Is it possible? Good chat. That's a good idea. Good possible. Is it possible to, in Lua, have high performance unit attack bonus added during the scenario after X criteria is met. Good question. That is a good question. But if you can do replacement, you could do... what I mean by replacement is by utilizing these. So, not those. Sorry. Where is it? These here. So the merge and reduce units. So the idea is with the replacements in that sense. So for example, if we have a weekend bin long and we have a company that has suffered some casualties and we want to, increase those casualties with replacements, those replacements would come onto the map. They'd have to be in the org already. So what I mean by that is that you would have if we look at this company, you would have the first, second, third platoon or whatever, and then you'd have to have, additional platoons or units that would be reduced strength, and they would come on as reinforcements. But I would identify those inside this organization as a replacement squad or something like that, or replacement pool units. So these would be 1 or 2 strength point units that would come onto the map, typically at a base, and your company would have to go to that base in order to replenish their ranks, basically. The key is that they have to be the identical platoon type, and they have to be, for example, if I had this platoon here was reduced to 5, they're in CCP or CPP code, not in Lua. In the CPP code, they have to be identical. They have to be an identical unit type. So I would need another A-class unit to replenish this particular unit. And not only that, you can't replenish a unit beyond what its maximum strength is already. So if I lost 2 units... Thanks for tuning in there, Schlons. I really appreciate it. Hope you have an awesome day, and thank you so much for all your work on the West Germans. It's awesome. If I had this down reduced by 2, and I had a replacement or reinforcement or whatever it is, a 2 strength point unit, we could add that and it'd be okay. But if it was only reduced by 1 and I tried to add a 2, it wouldn't let me do it. But either way, they would have to both be the VM Rifle Platoon 50A with the Soviet arms. It couldn't be US arms or couldn't be anything else. It would have to be the exact same platoon ID. And it has to be in the same company. So I couldn't reinforce one of the platoons from here into here. That would be the issue. So as I was saying, in order for that part to work, the idea is that in a weekend bin long or something like that, or even in the World War II games that are going to come with their own, if we're doing Stalingrad like Tim and I are doing, if I wanted to get replacements, I would get those replacements, but they'd have to go into the particular company that they're associated with. It couldn't just do it any company willy-nilly. There are limitations with that. So no, I can't replace it with another unit. In essence, I can, add to the strength points of the same unit, but I can't replace a B-class unit with an A-class unit, unfortunately. Two headquarters unable to provide supply. 1 artillery unit unavailable. Oh, Tim and I are just playing a blitz scenario from East Front. Well, I don't remember what it's called. It's a Volga scenario, anyways, and it's basically an assault on Stalingrad that was downloaded from the Blitz. Volga Inferno. Yeah, thanks for that, Tim. Okay, so we did that. Probably would be easier to do what I'm thinking of the CCP Go base, but Petri would have to tell you how much time. Probably would be easier to do what I am thinking of in the CP. Yeah, it totally would be. You couldn't do it in Lua. You wouldn't be able to do that in Lua. Uh, it's 150. Is it 100 turns or 150 turns? I don't remember how many turns it is. 190 turns. Okay, that's all clear. Let's just double time all these guys down this way. It does need a huge rewrite. It's not a good scenario. Okay, we're going to... Shit. Really? Oh shit, they went the wrong way. Yeah, the pontoon bridges are pretty funny. I'm going to assume the reason why he put the pontoon bridges there was to help the Russians getting troops from infantry from one side to the other, because that would have been crazy tedious. It will be crazy when I rebuild it. It will be crazy tedious to move infantry via boats, although the way the boats work now is a lot easier than it used to be, so it won't be that bad, but it will be a challenge for sure. It's interesting. So we're trying again to isolate this, because that's kind of what we want to do. So we can expect artillery coming next turn. Okay, that's that. Let's see what happens. It's very bloody. were in a bunker. And we took a whole squad hit. Damn French. Surprise. Holy crap. Ah, tanks. We have 2 out of 3 units have recovered morale. We have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply and 1 artillery unit unavailable. It'll be interesting to start that that bulge scenario. Okay. Let's see if we can draw some fire. Far away. How about you guys? No joy. Okay, let's advance. Let's smoke you guys. Okay, let's try an assault. We did reduce them by 1. This one. And it is a bunker. Of course it's a bunker. Frick. Damn it. Okay. Let's try our luck. Let's try our luck. Oh, we did reduce them. We reduced that down to 1 tank and 1 mortar. strength is significantly reduced. That sucks. Okay, so they're there. That's good to know. So there are French all over the place here. I'm going to leave the opportunity fire. Let's call in some guns. Bunker, probably a bunker. Let's see, maybe these are softer. Okay. Finally, some late war toys. Yes, you want all the toys, Tim. I get it. Come on, you guys can't even see that. Oh, that's gonna suck. Damn it. The mortars. They're brutal. Where's that coming from? Definitely want to get that. Oops, sorry. Sheesh. Yeah, I know, eh? Drives me bonkers. Oh, crap. Here comes the reinforcements, eh? Thank you. Thank you for the TAC air. Oh, we got rid of the tanks. 6 units have recovered morale out of 11. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply. 2 artillery units unavailable. And 1 unit low on ammo. Doesn't seem like we're getting any good hits. Okay, let's draw some fire. What the hell? Oh, cannot attack. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Damn it. Let's try to assault that. We're causing casualties, but we're taking casualties at the same time. Hmm. There's no sense me trying to assault that because we just don't have the strength for that. Not yet. Now let's try to see what's in there. Oh, we did okay there. It's a bunker, but we did reduce it significantly. Or at least by 1. That's a bunker. That's a bunker. That's probably not a bunker. Okay, let's call in our artillery. Where are our 120s? Oh, we moved them. Damn it. Okay, let's see what happens. Damn French artillery. Oh no! Counter battery fire. That's not very nice. Ah, frick. Bloody hell. Damn it. I see what happens. So, this is a bug. Where are we? 141. Aha. Okay. So, if I don't know if you caught that, but for whatever reason, when the organization was trying to load during the French phase, it got stuck, and when it was done, the French stopped firing. So the AI stopped firing their turn, which means that in order for it to continue, you have to press end turn, and then it'll put itself out of that loop and continue on with the firing like it's doing now. Interesting. I'd seen that before. I didn't know what it was, but now I saw. Now I saw what happened. Now, whether that does that with the Intel feed, I don't know. Have I fixed the bug where my helicopters always get shot down? Somehow I don't get that bug to occur when I play. Actually, yeah, I just took my platoon file and I made all my helicopters with a defense of 100, so they don't actually get shot down anymore. Speaking of helicopters, I've been really trying to think how helicopter operations are going to be working in Cold War, because it's in particularly how they're going to work with the AI, because a common tactic, for example, is shooting and scooting with helicopters, right? So you're going to fly in with your Hinds, you're going to fly in with your whatever, pop up over the trees and do some shots, and then you're going to pop down. That's typically how any human would play. But we can't do that, unfortunately, with scripting, because everything is turn-based in the sense that the AI can only do one action scripted per turn. So, for example, I can have it so that it pops up and shoot, but it's going to stay there for the rest of the turn because it can't do anything else. And then next turn, I can have it so that it drops down and maybe moves to another location. So there's a limitation within the game that I don't know how to modify or remedy or anything like that. This is turning into a way bloodier fight than the last one. Holy crap. "14 out of 21 units. I recovered morale. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply. 3 artillery units unavailable. And 3 units low on ammo." The other thing that I will have to decide is creating target packages for said helicopters in that phase. What are they going to shoot at? Odds are good they're going to shoot at anti-aircraft vehicles, they're going to shoot at tanks, blah blah blah, right? So I'm going to have to figure out what the priority is. A randomized priority to make things interesting. Oh, shit. There's something there. Okay. Let's do some... fire truck. Damn it. Oh, I don't have any troops that are ready to assault. Pop a smoke here if I have one. I think we're gonna bring you guys out. Trying to draw the artillery away. Ah, frickin' heck. Damn. Okay. Can these guys see this? Jeez. Can we see nothing? Can't see anything. Okay, let's try an assault. Pop a smoke. How many smokes do we have? Only 3. Sugar. Oh, I can't see. Really? Oh yeah, they're overstacked. That's why. Alright, let's call in our guns. Oh, happy thoughts. Fingers crossed. I think those are... Oh, maybe not. I thought maybe they were blind fire. Oh, that's gonna suck. And it did. Damn it. Third of the way and we still haven't got into any of the positions yet. Jeez. Damn it, we lost a platoon. Interesting. 14 out of 23 units are recovered morale. 1 headquarter unable to provide supply. 3 artillery units unavailable. And 4 units low on ammo. Nada. See if we can get into here. Nada. Oh, we reduced and killed the headquarters. Let's see. Nice. Nice. Going after the guns. Ah, shit. Okay. We reduced it, but we didn't kill it. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Okay, we'll continue on next time. Huge thank you for you guys tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks to Stipe and Layden and Tim and Ingrid and Matt and Calm and Tide. Thanks all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic week coming up. Do let me know if you have any questions or comments. I am always happy to help. You can follow along on matrixgames.com and our campaign series forums, or in Discord, which is in the link below, or on YouTube. I do usually stream twice a week. Again, Christmas holidays are coming up. I will be away for a bit, so there will be videos in lieu to watch, but yeah, I will probably not be streaming at the end of the month and the first week of September. Huge thank you for all your support. I do hope you have a brilliant week. Thank you to our patrons, thank you to our donators, thank you to those that provide their time, and thanks to you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And on that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.